Join me, Robert Gold, for the Entrepreneurial Hour.
Unilatina International College with campus in Miramar, Florida, is a boutique college with focus on entrepreneurship. UIC offers associate and bachelor degree programs in business, tourism, and communications and media. Associate degree students develop their business plan while studying at UIC. Dream, learn, and grow. Join now our business incubator. Learn more at unilatina.edu or call 954-607-4344.
And you're here with the Entrepreneur Hour. This is your host, Robert Goltz, having a great time in the month of January, and we're kicking off some great things here at Unilatina. And today I have with me Professor Ken. He's going to talk to us a little bit about some of the plans we have here at Unilatina in the aspect of marketing, specifically digital and social media marketing. So welcome with us, Professor Ken.
Hey, thanks, Bob. I'm glad to be here, and it's a pleasure, and I hope you have a great 2020 or a good kickoff to 2020.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for definitely today.
All right, good.
So Professor Ken, let's start off just to get a little bit to know about you before we go into the trainings and stuff. And tell us a little bit about yourself, where you come from, where
Sure.
all the good stuff
All that fun
started.
stuff. So I have a large experience in the corporate world. I work for some large multi-international brands for a number of years. So I worked on marketing and strategy for these big brands, helping them get into new markets and sell new products. So a few months ago, back in March, I decided to leave the corporate world and take some of that experience and help small business and entrepreneurs here in South Florida. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm helping people find customers, keep customers, and grow their business.
Excellent. And so we're going to talk about a couple things here, and we're going to break them down pretty easily because I am a novice. I have a little knowledge, but I have been, Dr. Ken, this is perfect for me because over the last 3 months, I've been trying to increase my digital training and my social media training. So First of all, how about if we talk about the digital marketing aspect first, because you've got a program coming up, the Master of Digital Marketing in 12 weeks. So tell us a little bit about what is digital marketing first.
Okay, so let's think about this. What I try to explain is, digital marketing is another way to reach your consumer. Let's face it. What are you doing when you're not, looking at something? When you're looking at TV, what's the first thing you grab when the TV commercial comes on? It's normally your cell phone, right? Mm-hmm. Most people today are on their cell phones. That's where the business is at. That's where a lot of the audience is being driven to. More and more statistics are showing that mobile devices are generating a lot of commerce, a lot of views, a lot of action. So I remember, and you're in the community, I've seen you out there at a couple of presentations. I remember seeing a presentation you did one day, how you go to these new businesses because you're part of the community and part of the chamber, and they do a lot of things. They put a lot of money into opening this new business, and then you look up and the sign is not there, or the sign, they put no money in the sign. So I remember you saying that, and I said, you know what, that's a great example of digital marketing, because digital marketing is now another sign for your business. The first thing anybody looks at when they hear about your business, what do? You go online and you check them out. Mm-hmm. So if you don't have a sign, a digital representation of your business online, no one's going to find you and no one's going to check you out. So that's why it's important today. It doesn't matter what type of business you're in, you have to have that digital presence.
Excellent. That is so true. As you was mentioning, I talk about so many businesses go out there, they build, they pour the concrete, they put the bricks down, they get the stoves, they get everything in their building. Right. And then when it's time to open up their doors, there's not a dime left to tell people who they are and what they do.
That's right.
And
no one, you know what? It's exciting because people invest the money to do all this. But no one is sitting around at home saying, you know what? I wish Bob would open up a donut shop, because I would go to Bob's donut shop all the time. So no one's waiting for a donut shop.
There would be no donuts in my shop.
I know.
My shop would be empty. I'd be eating them as they come out of the fryer.
Exactly. And it's always good. Hopefully you get the cream-filled one, because the Boston cream is the one I go with. So let me put it this way. So think of it in these terms. If I had a magical water that solved all problems, that kept you healthy for 100 years, I still have to market that water, even with the good attributes, right? Even as good as it is. And what's the best way to do that today? It's through digital marketing. We had the Super Bowl coming down here in South Florida real soon. Do you have any idea what a 30-second commercial costs to run?
I have no idea this year.
Okay.
I know it's always been expensive.
So the average mom and pop shop, I'm sure, could afford it. It's $5 million for 30 seconds. $5 million for 30 seconds. And they sold out this year. It's up triple digits over the last couple of years. Now, that $5 million reaches 90 million people, right? But not necessarily the 90 million people that you need to reach. So I know mom and pop shop, no small business will afford a Super Bowl ad. But think of it in these terms. What other platform in the world can you reach 1 billion people for pennies on a dollar? That's all social media, right?
Okay.
So what's the number 2 search engine out there today? We know what Google is, right? What's number 2?
I'm not even sure what number 2 is.
YouTube. YouTube has billions of followers on a daily basis. So think about this. YouTube, I've been doing marketing for all my life, okay? And I worked with big budgets. I'm talking about 6-figure budgets for big companies. So I managed marketing teams, I launched products, I've done all that. I remember the days when we did a video shoot, or even an interview like this, where we would have to take time, money, and invest to go to a large studio, where we did a video shoot. I was in the beauty world. So I would have models, I would have lighters, I would have makeup artists, I would have set directors. All that stuff would be part of it. It'll be a budget of over 6 figures to produce a small video that we would have to promote and spend thousands of dollars to promote it. Today, to get on YouTube, which is the second largest search engine out there, you just have to have one of these things, right? A cell phone, and we can create a video here. And then the best part about that, you don't need to have $1 million to create, or $5 million to put an ad out there. You can reach X amount of people for pennies on the dollar. It's like having your own TV station. Imagine if you owned, ABC or NBC. What would you do with it? That's what it's all about.
No, they're definitely there. I'm just going through my mind regarding YouTube right now. I'm like going, my gosh, I'm addicted to YouTube now. I'm going through. I'm like going, man, I watch Dr. Pimple Popper so often, and I don't know what it is about that show, but I love it. And I watch for the new ones come out, and it pops up. And also, I'm on my Facebook all the time too, and things of that nature. So let's talk. So I'm going to say I sign up for your digital marketing class for 12 weeks. What are you teaching me?
So in 12 weeks, and it's 3 hours a night for 12 weeks. So it's about 36 hours. So basically, in the beginning, you're going to learn the fundamentals of marketing. So we have to start there, because digital marketing is a tool. Like you have tools in a toolbox. Every marketer has to have tools in the toolbox. So I'm not saying you walk away. If you're a small business, you don't walk away perhaps from the local paper or the local ads, because that helps, or put up a great sign. That helps drive business too. So you have to understand the marketing strategy first. And the most important thing about a marketing strategy is to know what you are, right? You have to know what you are. What makes you different? What makes you so special? A lot of business owners don't even know how to define that, what that is. Let's call it the 30-second elevator pitch, or those important key differentiator factors. So in the first couple of weeks, we go through that, understanding what you are. And what's the next important thing you have to know what you are? You have to know who you're targeting.
Okay.
Right. So
absolutely.
a lot of business owners, what they do is, and I try to, in my classes, draw a vision of throwing imagine this. You have a ping pong ball and you're throwing it up against the wall, right? You're throwing it and you're catching it. You're throwing it and you're catching it. You might think you're doing a good job because you're throwing it, but you have no target up there. Now, when you put a target on a wall and you throw the ping pong ball up and you hit the target, now you feel even better, because now you're hitting the target and you're catching it. So a lot of businesses, what they do, they don't make a target. They don't have a target in mind, and they just take the ping pong ball and throw it up against the wall. Eventually, someone's going to walk by and they're going to get hit in the head.
I hear it all the time when I ask our members when they join the chamber. I go, "Who's your target business?" Everybody. No. It's not everybody. I don't even target for everybody.
That's right. You can't.
No,
you can't. And that's the important thing. So when I talk about owning your TV station, what I mentioned, the Super Bowl ad, you're reaching 92. I think the reach is 92 million people. those 92 million people are not going to be your customer. So they do it, they do it for the bragging rights and all kinds of different reasons. But as a local small business, with the use of digital marketing, you could geographically target just those 1,000 people within your 20 miles and hit them appropriately. So in the marketing course, in the digital marketing course, that's what we start with. We start with the fundamentals. I'm a baseball guy. In baseball, you have to know the fundamentals. You got to know how to catch, throw, and hit the ball. So that's what we start with the first couple of weeks. Learn how to who you are and what you are and how you tell your story, because people buy stories. So we craft that message the first couple of weeks. And then in the next couple of weeks, we dig into the tools that are out there. So we have Google, of course, Google AdWords, which, by the way, is on a decline right now, right? The Google AdWords used to be the thing 5-10 years ago, but now you don't get the same bang for your buck. And then, of course, there's Facebook, which is also on a decline right now. You don't get the same bang for your buck as well. Then you have all the other social media platforms, Instagram and WhatsApp and all these different things that you can use. So we'll dig into that, because you have to create a message, right? You have to craft a message. Sometimes that message doesn't fit the channel that you're trying to get in, and each channel has different messages and different opportunities. So we teach that. We go through practicing what is your message and how do you want to tell your story. Now pick the right channel. So in traditional marketing, we used to do create that message, and sometimes we would put it on radio, sometimes we would put it on TV, sometimes we take out a big out-of-home market billboard, right, to promote our advertising. It's the same concept, Bob. That's what we're still doing. You have to craft your message and now pick your targeted channel to get the message out. So that's what we go through the next couple of weeks. We sort of refine that messaging, the who and the what and your story, pick the channel and get it out. And then as we get through the program, we start looking at the analytics, because here's what we see. You spend $1 on something. When I used to take out an ad in a paper or a magazine, unless I put that call to action that says bring into Professor Ken's donut shop and you'll get a discount, unless I put a call to action in that magazine, I didn't know if that $1 I spent generated more traffic or not. With digital marketing, with social media and growth marketing, we measure just about everything. I can measure what you're looking at. I can measure if you're dropping off of videos, and I can tell where that bang for that buck came from. So the normal return on investment on $1 is like 2.5 times. And that's the type of ratio you want from your advertising or from your promotions on YouTube, on Google, whatever it is. The whole thing about likes, that's going away too. And at the end of the day, here's how I explain that. If you're in the business community, and you're at a little dinner and you tell about your business and they say, oh yeah, I like your business. I like your business a lot. Okay, that's great. Now, if you like it so much, come over and spend some money with me, because that's what it's all about. We can high five each other that we got 1,000 likes, but if those 1,000 likes don't convert into dollars, who cares if you like me or not? I'm from New York. I don't care if you like me or not. I want you to be part of my world. I want you to spend money with me. Yeah. Right. No, and that's definitely what we track. So the next few weeks are about that. And then we put it all together in a hands-on application. So if you have a business and you come to get the digital marketing certification, what you'll learn is you learn the who, the what, how to apply that, how to build your story. And then the last 2 weeks we spend implementing and executing what we've gone through the last few weeks. So you will take your business from here to there, and we'll show you how to do that all online and all here at Una Latina.
Perfect. Now we're going to take a quick break, folks. We're going to come back and talk about another program that they're going to be running. It's a social media program, and get some more information for you and some more of the details. But that's going to be just in a couple minutes, so we can take a commercial break.
Unilatina International College with campus in Miramar, Florida, is a boutique college with an applied, cutting-edge holistic education model. Business, tourism, and communication students not only develop their field intellectual skills, but are also empowered to become holistic professionals and human beings through yoga, self-empowerment, holistic human development courses, and more. Sign up to become a holistic professional at unilatina.edu. or call 954-607-4344.
Uni-Latina International College offers an English as a second language program for international students. UIC's high qualified ESL teachers help students develop and master the English speaking and comprehension skills needed for both work and pleasure. Our ESL program also focuses on cultural adaptation through fun-filled trips and cultural experiences. Start your journey today at unilatina.edu/ESL or call 954-607-4344.
Hey, I guess we're back.
Yes.
Quickly and fast. It goes around here. We are not about wasting your time or your energy. We are here with the Entrepreneur Hour. This is your host, Robert Goltz. We're here with Professor Ken. We just got done talking about a new program that they have coming up for 12 weeks, a digital marketing certificate program here at Una Latina, and we're excited about that. But now we're going to talk, because we got two more programs and only 15 minutes to get them in there. We're going to talk about the social media certificate that's also starting up.
Right. So the whole concept here is the digital marketing certificate will be more in length, more intensive, because we're taking you through the beginning of what you need to know towards the application and a hands-on type application. In the social media certificate, that's a short 4-week period. It actually commingles with the digital marketing class. So you'll get to meet peers of the like, but it's in the sort of in the middle of the class where we just go through social media. So Facebook, Instagram, things of that nature. And you'll learn the hands-on how to set it up, how to maximize your post, how to maximize any ad spends. You'll get that information. You'll be able to execute that and implement that in your business, right? As soon as you leave the building, you'll be able to do that. So you also get a certificate for that, and it's a shorter program. And then hopefully that will lead you into understanding digital marketing even more. And maybe you come back and join us for the full length program.
So let me ask you this. If you're taking the digital marketing certificate, that includes the social media portion?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Everything in there.
It's everything in there. So you're from beginning to end. So you'll be able to walk out of there really understanding how to maximize your business opportunity online in the digital marketing world. And that includes not only posting, but it also includes, listen, you have Yelp, you have Google, you have a lot of things out there. By the way, you know how much they cost to participate in some of those things?
Thousands.
No, it's free.
It's free?
Yeah, it's free. How about that? What if I gave you a business tool and I said it will bring 10 people a week to your door, and you know what it costs you?
That's what
free.
I like. I like the free aspect. I thought you meant the trainings were free.
Not
but
the trainings. The use of social media.
So, and with these trainings, and this is what I want to make sure people understand, because I've signed up for doing some social media trainings,
right? And
what I've gotten is theory. I went through. I just got done spending a ton of money to go to another university. To go through some social media training.
Right.
And when we talked about Facebook, it was, hey, this is how many likes they get. This is how many people are on it. But we didn't ever open up the computer to say, hey, this is a fan page. This is things to optimize what you're doing.
The goal here, and this is all new, and I'm excited about that. Una Latina sees, what's happening in the world, and they're tied into the business community here in South Florida. They understand that this is not the future anymore. This is now. This is the present, right? So we actually get hands-on. Yeah, we'll learn the fundamentals. I'll teach you. I'll use the baseball analogy. I'll teach you how to throw the ball, catch the ball, and hit the ball. But then I'm going to teach you how to run the bases and how to score and how to do all these things you need to make happen in your digital marketing profile. So we'll open up the computer. You'll generate, if you don't have an account already, you'll create one, you'll manage it. I'll show you what you need to do to get it all online. And then we'll even post while we're here. We'll do a lot of things hands-on. And that's the goal of the end of the program. Even through the social media, you'll be part of hands-on training, because that's what I believe in. You have to really have your hands in the mix to understand how to do things properly, I think.
Well, and folks, this is kind of training that you're not going to get just anywhere. I see it all the time where people go, oh, I'm going to teach you this, I'm going to teach you that. And what most people do is they teach you the how, but they don't, they teach you the why, but not the how.
That's right.
And that's definitely a difference for this program. So right now we've talked a 12-week program.
Yes.
For digital marketing overall.
That's
and then we're talking social media marketing certificate for 4 weeks. And then so we're going kind of backwards.
Yeah.
You have a 1-day symposium coming up,
That's right.
a conference called
Forward Motion 2020.
And so let's talk a little bit about that, because
Yes.
that's a 1-day.
That's right. So what we found, and we've all been to different business conferences and events, and what I've taken away is that you don't get a lot of things that you will expect. Like networking is one of the big reasons why we go to events. We also want to go to learn something. A lot of people will spend a half a day at an event, but they want to learn something. They want to take something away. So we tried to put together this event, and Una Latina is hosting it as well on February 28th here. And basically, I have 4 business leaders. 3 of them are professors, also in different disciplines, and one is actually more of a centered leadership speaker and coach. And we're getting the business community here. Yeah, we're going to network. In fact, I have 5 planned networking sessions, but I also have the keynote presentation. So all the speakers will speak for about 15 minutes. Then we break out into groups. So we use a rotation. So if you're there in a seminar, you're not going to pick a channel where, oh, I just want to see this guy, I want to see that guy. No, the way we did it is you'll meet every instructor, every presenter. You'll go to a 30-minute hands-on work session. So they'll go through the principles. I'm doing growth marketing, for instance. I will talk to you about it, but we'll have a workbook, and I'll take you through some exercises. So when you leave the conference, you'll actually have knowledge from 4 different presenters and 4 different speakers. And in addition to that, we're allowing some one-to-one time with the speakers. So if you have a business question, you can give them a call. You have 15 minutes. Everyone will give 15 minutes of their time to that individual business owner. We arrange to have a photographer so you can have a professional headshot done, which is neat, right? And by the way, we're going to feed you as well. So you'll eat lunch here, you'll network, and you have a really good time. And the idea here is to get business leaders together and create a learning environment so they can all understand what one another's business does, because that's the key. That African expression, if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go with somebody else. And in business, especially in a community like South Florida, you have to have a network to excel your business.
Absolutely. As I'm looking here at the promotional card, I'm seeing a lot of great things that you also get with this. You're going to get unlimited access to hours of online lessons and content on top of it. So not only are you here for the day, which your day isn't that long, it's 8:30 to 2:30.
Right.
You still get to go back to work and get some work
How about
done.
that, right? How exciting.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited about that.
That's the other thing
if
about
I can't
going
go back to the office,
right.
I would feel
we know, we've been to conferences. We all know by 3 o'clock where our mind is gone.
Yeah.
Right? We're not interested in learning anything else. So we wanted to make it short, sweet, and to the point. Get people in and out. And maybe, if you have a nice boss, if you own your own business, if you don't have to go back and pay the bills, maybe you could take the rest of the day off thinking about it.
That is a perfect time for me, because right then is usually when I'm ready to take my nap for the afternoon or watch Maury or Jerry Springer. That's
exactly. Maybe we'll set up,
right at
we'll set up a lounge area.
Finally get to relax a little bit. So that's perfect. So, so I know we didn't talk about the prices of everything here, but I just want to talk about the price a little bit about the forward motion. It's a 1-day. You're saying that only 80 people can register for this, folks.
Right.
Only 80.
That's right. We'll keep it intimate so we can all share experiences and learn from one another.
Excellent. And so it's an exciting time, folks. This is probably one of the most important things for your business in today's day and age. It is about that digital marketing. It's about getting out there. It's about networking, but it is really about building you on the internet. Almost everybody checks that first anymore. It's where, unfortunately, a lot of people go. And if you don't make a good impression there, that is your first impression.
That's exactly right.
And so I like when you said you're going to have headshots for everybody. It's a big thing. So many people, I see it all the time. It's the beach shot,
right?
Or the shot with your kids on LinkedIn and things of that nature. And you're like going, I need to see somebody more serious. I need to see a professional shot.
And there is a trend right now where people are getting more fun with the shot. It doesn't have to be that serious, shoulders up business shot, but it shouldn't be the shot with the fiance. It shouldn't be the shot with your kids at the beach. It needs to be a little more professional, especially if you talk about LinkedIn, which is more of a professional type of a network.
Well, and the thing is, if you can get this stuff, even the basics down in social media and digital marketing, you will go much further, especially if you ever plan on talking to anybody. And when we talk about people becoming professionals,
Right.
and being at the top of their game. If you're at the top of your game, you need to have a social media presence. You need to be on the digital presence. You have to have a web presence. You have to be speaking. You have to have all these things in line, all these check boxes checked.
That's right.
And if you can get most of them there, half of what you're talking about in all these programs ends up walking you out the door with everything.
That's exactly right. And that's the key. The idea is, how do we make ourselves better? How do we make ourselves
Mhm.
stronger? One
Absolutely.
other quick thing, which we haven't talked about, I'm actually doing a how to use video inexpensively to improve your business at the networking breakfast we have coming up here at Una Latina, which is next Thursday. They do a breakfast, entrepreneurs breakfast every morning, where we network and present. And that's an important thing. I want to leave you just with this stat. So we talked about Super Bowl. We talked about the millions of people, and I mentioned YouTube a little bit. As good as YouTube is, do you know that only 30% or 40% of businesses are still using it? Which blows my mind, because if you told me I can own my own TV station to go after my audience, I would jump on that opportunity in a minute. And if you told me I could do it for only $1 a day, because that's all you need for YouTube, $1 a day to create an advertising campaign, I'd be there even faster. Yet we don't have businesses doing that.
See, I've got to make it come out and tell everybody that I am just a failure right now.
That's
so.
It has,
years ago,
yeah.
2-3 years ago, well, longer than that, probably 5 years ago, I was all over the internet. And when I started my marketing company that I have, that's all I did.
Right.
It was my own deal, public speaking and things of that nature for nonprofits and things like that. And I kind of slid off and away from it. And my kids were making fun of me. And so this year I said, hey, one of my goals is to start doing that, because it was lucrative for me. I just got busy working for the chamber and doing other things.
Right.
And so my kids make fun of me. So I have all these great toys, Dr. Ken.
Yeah,
Professor Ken, I've got the smooth.
Oh,
I've
you got the
high
mics.
def-
You got the gold mic and all that stuff.
I got all this great stuff,
and
I haven't been using
collecting
it.
dust.
It's collecting dust.
That's right.
And so part of my plans are this year is really to build that back up, not only for me but for the businesses that I operate and run.
Right.
Because I got lazy, and because things were working by Facebook, I was getting business strictly from social media.
Sure.
And I got lazy in it.
And that's the key. That's the most complicated thing. Yeah, I'm talking about great things. I'm talking about things that are free. But a business owner, they work in their business. They don't necessarily work on their business. And social media, I'm talking great things. But you know what you have to do? You have to spend 15 minutes a day, really. I know it's hard for a business owner to figure out what 15 minutes to get. But the great thing about the internet, you know what? It's open 24/7.
Correct.
So
it's not that 15 minutes that you have to have the door open and no one walks in.
So you can start it at 1 o'clock in the morning. If you can't sleep like me, I use YouTube to help me go to sleep with the meditation music and stuff like that. If you can't sleep, you can do it late at night and still post. Now, there are specific days and times that get better results, but you can start there. That's all you need to do is start somewhere.
So, folks, this is an exciting time. Definitely, if you are not in social media or digital marketing yet, you need to get there for your business. I can't stress that enough. And if you are looking for something to learn from, all three of these opportunities, if you can't do the 12 weeks, do the 4 weeks. If you can't do the 4 weeks, do the 1 week, the 1 day. But you need to do something.
Right.
And you can't just be sitting there. Even a little bit of knowledge is more knowledge than you probably have today. And so definitely look and register. My guess is even on the other two, the social media and the digital marketing, there's a cap of how many students you're going to allow in there.
That's right. Yes.
And so, folks, it's something you don't want to miss. I'm going to have to be looking at my calendar as soon as I get out of here to see where things fit in for me. But definitely take advantage of this. And that's part of, again, so many great things. And, typically lately we've been talking about the great students that have graduated the program.
Right.
The thing that I liked, we still are staying on the same theme, folks. It's about teaching you to be the person you want to be, not theory. Not, hey, we're going to give you a lot of book work and then send you out there and you got to figure it on your own. Same as all the graduates we've talked to over the last 5-6 months. Here at Una Latina, it is about getting hands-on today, working and having that touch and feel of doing a project or service. It's not just theory. And that's what I love about this new program that they're coming up with, the digital marketing and
That's
social
great.
media. So Professor Ken,
yeah.
he's not a doctor
Not,
yet.
not a doctor yet. I'm working
Maybe
on it.
playing one on some TV show
That's
down
right.
the road, but right now he's just Professor Ken. Professor Ken, thank you for coming in
It's
today.
a pleasure. Thank
And
you for sharing.
looking forward to hearing all the great things that are
Yes.
coming out of all three of these programs, folks. And you can find all these programs right on the website,
Yes. you can.
and you can register right online. Again, remember, their space is limited on each one of these, so you're going to want to make it quick and fast. And again, keep watching and listening, because we will be back in a couple weeks with another great story here on the Entrepreneur Hour with Robert Goltz.